and action. And good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another mind hack or resilience hack as part of Mental Health Week. My name's Clint Sears, as you well know. I am the CEO and founder of the Way Ahead Academy, a resilience radio, and the Building Brighter Future program for teens. What I would love to talk to you about today is the power of our focus, and the power of our focus in bringing back and in controlling our emotional state, and our emotional state where we create our success from. You know, a lot of people believe that our emotional state is created from the environment that they're in. If they're winning work, if people are telling them that they're doing well, then they feel great. Whereas that doesn't actually happen in life. And a lot of the times what we do is we actually find ourselves in situations that we don't actually find that we're winning, and rather than actually getting ourselves in the emotional state to create success, we might sort of linger into a state where we're feeling flat and have low energy. And you could even go further into anxiety, overwhelm, or depression and sadness, frustration and anger, if you could imagine that to that degree. But our emotional state matters. That it matters to the success that you're going to have. And so if you want to look for examples where that applies, you only have to look for our sports stars to get really great examples of that. I'm not a huge AFL fan, so but regardless, what we saw a very resilient team just recently. Hawthorn playing Collingwood in the grand finals. We saw the Hawthorn playing above the scoreboard to be able to achieve the success that they had in the grand final. And so their emotional state was critical. They had to play above themselves. If they were playing to the scoreboard at any time during the game, they would feel flat and sad and despondent. Thanks for joining us. What we were doing is just tuning in just quickly. We were talking about the power of focus. What I was saying was that it's critical that we have the right emotional state to be generating the results that we really want. And the power of focus that we have, that we have the ability to be able to choose where we focus on. And let me ask you this: the team. That team that was Hawthorn, the West Coast Eagles that was playing Hawthorn. This creates they had to play above themselves, as I was saying before, and they were focused clearly not on the scoreboard. Sorry, West Coast Eagles. Thanks, Mandy. West Coast Eagles had to focus on where they were going, what they were trying to achieve, playing above themselves, above their emotional state, above the scoreboard, to be able to achieve the outcomes that they really wanted. And so if you saw Serena Williams, who I think is an amazing athlete, she had some real challenges recently during the last game that she played. She wasn't focused on the scoreboard at all. She was focused on what was going wrong and blaming everyone else for the challenges. So isn't it interesting how focus can create our state? What we focus on is a choice. And the West Coast Eagles made a decision. All of them had made a decision about what they needed to focus on. And let me tell you this: if you were driving with a driving instructor and you were going through a corner and getting into a skid, the driving instructor would tell you that you need to focus on where you're going. And it doesn't matter about where you hold the wheel through the skid, as long as you're focused on the road and where you're going, that will drive you through the skid. But what's our natural tendency? What's our natural tendency is that we actually get drawn towards the thing that's going to hurt us the most. the tree or the obstacle or the challenge that's up ahead. We get drawn to look towards that, and guess what happens? We actually drive into it unknowingly, not unexpectedly, but that's what happens when our subconscious mind, we will go where we're focused. So in understanding that, where do we want to focus this week? You're a business leader, you're an entrepreneur, you're a leader. Where do you want your focus to be? Where do you want your team's focus to be? Our focus is generated by our empowering questions. Tony Robbins will tell us that those empowering questions really are like reins on a horse. You pull on those empowering questions, it steers your head towards what you need to focus on. And of course, where you're focused is where you'll go. And Tony would say, where your focus goes, your energy flows. And not surprisingly, that's not only where your energy goes, but where you end up yourself. And so just considering this week, where do you want yourself to go? And if that is the case, then what is the empowering questions you're going to need to tell to yourself to be able to get there? And so perhaps an empowering question, if you want to be thinking about questions, a lot of people say, you know what, why is this always happening to me? Why is this always happening to me? That's not an empowering question. That's like having a bad Google search. If you Googled, is Mother Teresa a fraud? Then Google will provide you an answer in line with your terrible question. And so rather than asking terrible questions, we want to make intelligent questions. Just like we ask our Google intelligent questions and get an intelligent response, if we've got to ask our subconscious mind those intelligent questions as well. And so I'm curious, what would those intelligent questions be? Now there's 3 key times we really need to be asking ourselves in these intelligent questions. In the morning, in the evening, at any time we've got a challenge that comes up. And Tony Robbins gives us a great process, the 10-day challenge, in which he gets us to focus our minds for 10 days, asking ourselves these empowering questions. And so let me ask you these. What would be an empowering question you could ask yourself in the morning to really guide and direct your focus? And perhaps that empowering question might be, what excites me about today? What am I thrilled about? What am I excited that I will achieve today? What's my key intention? Who could I help today? Who will I help today? How will I serve my clients to a greater level today? All of which are empowering questions driving us towards what we need to be focused on for us to be successful. And at the end of the day, perhaps our empowering questions would be, what can I explore? What do I appreciate? What am I proud of? What am I grateful for? And perhaps our empowering questions during challenges might be something along the lines of, what resources can I bring to bear? What are my real strengths that I can employ in this situation? What will I learn about this? And in 3 months' time, what will I look back at this situation and really find funny? All of those are empowering questions, really trying to get us to be focused on where we're going, despite the challenges that we're faced with. And as we said yesterday, the story that we give ourselves, and the story that we've got to give ourselves is wings that we can take flight, and so I implore you to be able to move forward with those empowering questions this week, and if even I can want to strongly encourage you to get areas in your life where you can focus on. And sorry, I'm just challenged by the focus here, but that this is my office and this is what I sit and look at while I'm coaching my clients. And it doesn't do that by chance. I make sure that what I'm focused on continuously all the time is what is going to empower me, what's going to keep me on that road. So once again, team, I ask you to like, share, and this post with other people if you found it of value. What I'd love you to do is also make comment here about what might be your empowering question that you would have for yourself in the morning maybe something in the evening, or maybe something to get you through the challenges. Share it with the people that are listening and watching this post. And if you have got something, then please, and you want me to support you in moving through this and working through these challenges. I've got 70 odd clients right now, and so my time is really precious, but I am prepared to be able to support you. And you could reach out to me, and I'll give you access to the link in my calendar if you request it. And all I ask for you to do is, if you get value out of a coaching call with me, all I ask is that you contribute to a charity of your choice of the value of which you get from my session. And perhaps, being Mental Health Week, maybe that's Lifeline. Maybe that would, provide support for people that utilize that service. And so, thank you for tuning in for today. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking and sharing this post. And I look forward to continuing to celebrate their success and building the resilience in others. Thanks. Awesome. Thanks very much. That's it for now. Speak soon.